judges, to put it lightly, whoever they were, failed miserably. Yes, this is an outrage, it's murder, it's everything bad you want to say. Christina was right when she said in the beginning, this sounds like a horror movie. And sure enough, she was correct. It is a horror movie. Now, what's scary to add on to the scary part is this. As we shall see, I'm afraid. Even though they might be judged, the reality is, for a large part of the world in various ways, this was, I'm going to put the words, extremely normal. Extreme is important because it didn't happen. It's not part of the culture per se, but it's extremely normal. And it all goes back. Would you like to know what it goes back to?
Well, no, because it's sitting here saying it's during a time where no one ruled over them.
Right.
So they're running wild, they're running crazy, they're doing all these horrible things to each other, but this still goes on today. Women are still taken and raped because they're out past dark.
Yes, they are.
And this is wrong.
Yes, it is.
And we can't see that we're just repeating a loop.
Well, remember, you have to divide, quote, those who do it and those who know it's wrong.
Well, again, they're living in a time like this where they think there is nothing wrong. They think this is okay.
I'm going to give you something more.
Well, the world doesn't see it that way.
Yeah, well, okay, enough of that. I'm going to give you, from my perspective, what I think is even stranger. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear your strange.
When I was growing up, okay.
Do I need a pillow?
When I was growing up, it was common knowledge that young women, attractive women, wanted to sleep with or be with famous rock stars. This was part of the culture of the period of the 60s and 70s. What amazes me, and I'm serious, I'm deadly serious, is in so many, since what we have learned in the Me Too movement, and it's absolutely true, how much that changed, that was an accepted thing in the sense of, you know, when you had the 60s, which were in themselves different, and you had women who definitely, you know, well, I slept with, whatever, whoever the star was. The point was, it was common knowledge, and it was a badge of honor to those women. It was part of the hippie movement, the Woodstock, you name it. It was part of the culture after Kennedy was killed. Okay, moving to the present day. What amazes me is, in the Me Too, from the Me Too movement, and the scariest part is how many men didn't participate in that, but just literally raped or got women. They were famous men. We're not talking about the truck driver down the street. We're talking about famous men. And what happened to all these women that wanted to sleep with them? And I'm going to tell you the truth. Their disease wasn't sex. It was control and power. That's what they wanted. Their abuse of the women was the perversion that got them off.
I think it was the drugs and the fact that the women were given to them as a prize.
Excuse me, you're.
Oh, no.
I'm going to finish, and I am right, and I don't want to be because I'm talking about two different things.
No, I'm talking about what you're talking about.
No, you're not.
No, I am.
You're not.
They were prizes. They were given to them. Yeah, they may have been their little groupies up front.
Okay, all right. No.
Yes, it's the same thing.
You're missing the subtlety.
No, you're missing the subtlety.
I'm talking, okay? May I finish?
You're missing it.
May I finish?
Go.
You're missing the subtlety. I am not talking in any way about consensuous sex or bad morals or whatever. I am talking about the cruelty of taking someone and abusing them, and this has been proven psychologically over and over again. It isn't done for the sex. It's done for the control, the power, and the abuse. That's what gets them off.
You act like I don't know that.
That's all I'm saying.
But that is a little bit different from, oh yeah, these women wear it as a badge of honor, whoever
Well, they
they
did.
slept with.
They did.
No, I know they did.
Yes, they did.
I know, but you're talking about two different things.
I
You're
am.
talking about,
I am talking about two different things.
I know.
And I explained it perfectly. Did I not?
No.
What did I do wrong?
Well, what you did was you started out with women who wanted to sleep with the rock star versus the ones who got raped by the rock stars.
Right.
You just blended them all together like they were nothing.
I am not.
No, it did sound that way.
Well, no, I am not. I am
it
drawing
confused
a
it.
clear line of demarcation between what two people do because they want to and what one person does to another, not even for the sex, but for the cruelty, for the power.
Oh, I know.
That's all I'm saying.
You forget, I was attacked as a kid. It wasn't for sex. It was for the control, the cruelty of it.
All right.
Because I was a child. You act like that didn't happen to me.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. There's the ones who want it versus the ones who didn't want it. Who got into a situation they couldn't get out of.
Read her.
You have to fight.
Read her book. Okay. Chapter 20. May we go now?
Yes.
God.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me God. I appreciate that. Call me by my human name. I'd appreciate that better. Thank you.
Then all the people of Israel came out from Dan to Bashan, including the land of Goodman, and the congregation assembled as one man to the Lord at Mitzan. And the chiefs of all the people of all the tribes of Israel presented themselves in the assembly of the people of God. 400,000 men on foot that drew the sword. Now the people of Benjamin heard that the people of Israel had gone up to Mishpan. And the people of Israel said, "Tell us, how did this evil happen?" And the Levite, the husband of the woman who was murdered, answered and said, "I came to Gibeon that belongs to Benjamin. I and my concubine to spend the night." Wait a minute. And the Levite, the husband, there is a husband, and then she's a concubine. You can't be both.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they call her wife and they call her concubine at the same time, other than the fact that she left him for 4 months and now she became a concubine.
No,
I don't know.
I just don't know either.
I don't know either. I don't know if they're one and the same woman, or if they're two different men.
I believe they are, but I don't know.
But then there's two different men.
All right.
There's the Levite and then there's this guy.
Right, okay. And the leaders of the Gibesh rose again against me and surrounded the house against me by night. They meant to kill me, and they violated my concubine. And she
That's not funny.
No, I'm just basing it on what was had done to her already before.
Well, they violated her.
And she is dead. Oh, she's dead.
That's the one that got cut up.
She took hold of So I took hold of my concubine and cut her in pieces and sent her throughout all the country of the inheritance of Israel, for they have committed abomination and outrage in Israel. Behold, you people of Israel, all of you, give your advice and counsel here. And all the people rose as one man, saying, None of us will go into his tent, and none of us will return to his house. But now this is what we will do to Gibeon. We will go up against it by lot, and we will take 10 men of 100 throughout the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 of 10,000, to bring provisions for the people, that when they come, they may repay Gibeon of Benjamin for all the outrage they have committed in Israel. So all the men of Israel gathered against the city, united as one man. And the tribe of Israel sent men throughout all the tribe of Benjamin, saying, What evil is this that has taken place among you? And now therefore give up the men, the worthless fellows of Gibeon, and we will Gibeon, that we may put them to death and purge evil from Israel. And the Benjamites would not listen to the voice of the brothers of the people of Israel. Then the people of Benjamin came together out of the cities to Gibeon to go out to battle against the people of Israel. And when the people of Benjamin mustered out of their cities on that day 26,000 men, who drew the sword besides the inhabitants of Gibeon,